Well, that eBay payment glitch was fun tonight, wasn't it? Oh man. Yeah, I knew something had to be wrong because I went from having all my emails caught up to all of a sudden I click in there and I have 30 plus emails. I was like, oh no, so something is definitely wrong. So yeah, so apparently eBay gave everybody a little grief and didn't want to let you check out, but it resolved itself, I guess, after a half hour or so. So not too bad, all things considered. eBay's done worse by us, that's for sure. So tonight, I've got us on the wrong page starting out, don't I? We are going to open two things this evening. It'll be a Leaf Best of Football break that will be coming up first, and then Bowman's Best Baseball will be our second break of the night. But first, a little information to go over. So feedback, just letting you know that it's completely automated. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. That way you don't have to wait on me, so that's always a good thing. And of course, the next message there is just a note to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks with me. Many of you come by and chat and hang out with me, keep me company, keep me updated on scores and all that stuff too. So thanks for being here tonight. Now we're taking a look at breaks that are listed on eBay. This is the stuff we're going to be breaking over the next few days. Tomorrow night, we will start a new case of autograph mini helmets. We're going to break half of that case. We will also open a full 14-box case of Optic Football first off the line. So the thing to know about that, there's more hits per box. There are more boxes per case, but there are a lot fewer cards per box. I mean, it's basically, I think 6 cards a box and a couple of autographs, a couple of numbered cards, maybe one rated rookie, one base card, something like that. And of course, Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball comes out tomorrow. And from what I can see, I think the checklist on that looks pretty solid. We'll be breaking a case of that tomorrow night too. On Thursday, Onyx Premier Gear Baseball, more game used memorabilia will be coming out of that. Another case of Leaf Ultimate Draft, and we will finish up a case of Leaf Bowman Draft Jumbo that we started a few days ago. On Friday, we'll open an autographed baseball jersey, autographed football jersey, autographed basketball jersey, and then our 2 new releases for Friday, which are Dominion Basketball, which we will open by the full case, and Contenders Football, which we will also open by the full case. Saturday, we'll open a 4th and Goal football box from Hit Parade that's got 4 autographed memorabilia items in it, and we will open a 12-box regular case of Optic Football on Saturday night. Sunday, we'll break the back half of that mini helmet case that we're going to start tomorrow. Is it tomorrow night? Yeah, that we're going to start tomorrow night. We'll finish it on Sunday night, along with the 3rd case of Leaf Ultimate Draft and a 2nd case of Contenders Football. So that is what the days ahead look like. For tonight, we're starting out with Leaf Best of Football. Bowman's Best Baseball will be second. But Leaf Best of Football is a fairly quick break, so don't wander off too awfully far if you're in Best of Baseball, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. Both of those are paid shipping breaks tonight, so here's what that means to you. First of all, if your team is not pulled in Leaf Best of Football, your consolation card or cards will ship out with the rest of the break, since this is a paid shipping break. And then, of course, the second break there, Bowman's Best. We don't really have to worry about consolation cards there because there's a lot of cards in that break and every team is going to pull some. So we're good to go there. And anticipating that everything we're opening tonight should be on the way to you no later than Friday. Hopefully, possibly, I can get it out to you sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than Friday. I just clicked the wrong button. Yeah, I did. See what happens? I know. Can't leave me alone for a minute. So 10 boxes of 2018 Leaf Best of Football. This is a full case break. It is break number 2. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Tuesday night, the 8th of January. You've got team names on the left-hand side. Winning bidders' user IDs are across from each team on the right. If you are in Bowman's Best, of course, you'll see your name up there with that particular break here in a few minutes. What we're looking at right now, obviously just our bidders for Leaf Best of Football. Note that there is a redemption spot, okay? For those of you who might not have been in break number 1, that redemption spot covers, it can be memorabilia, it can be a sealed box of cards, or it can apparently be like a sealed rare pack of cards. Now that's all according to Leaf. And guys, you may have noticed that your background went out of focus right there. That was by design. I don't use autofocus, and that was me just manually setting the focus. But don't worry, we'll be able to see the cards and everything with no problem. So yeah, so these redemptions, you know, it's not like we're going to pull out a lot of them. We may not pull out any. They're you know, supposedly kind of rare, these redemptions. And yeah, so they have their own bidding spot. So if a redemption comes out, it goes to that bidding spot. Now, don't worry about it like, oh gosh, it could be a player card. It's not going to be a card for sure, because this is, of course, a buyback product. So everything is live in it, with the exception of what Leaf released. I've got 2 boxes stuck in here. There they come. Good grief. With what Leaf released to us, which is, of course, just the addition that they made to Best of Football this year, which is just the opportunity to pull the memorabilia or the sealed pack or a sealed box of cards. So that's why Redemption has its own bidding spot. And otherwise, of course, everything else is going to be live in the product. What we will find in here will be one, could be more than one, but typically it is one buyback card and one Leaf original card. Or, of course, we could find one redemption card and one Leaf original card is always a possibility as well. And that is in each box. In chat tonight, who is here? Greg is here. Hey, Alan J., what's happening? Don is here. And I'm going to call you Chef. How about that? Can I call you Chef? See a Chef 71? If that's a problem, let me know. But if it's not, I'm going to shorthand you and call you Chef. That's easier for me than trying to pronounce that. I say that every time because I'm probably saying it wrong. It's probably supposed to be CIA anyway. Probably not supposed to be CIA, but anyway. How about Chef? Will that work for you? Ezekiel is here. Greg, you said there's no checklist up yet for Dominion basketball. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, it'll probably show up tomorrow, I would imagine, because we've still got a couple of days before that one hits. I mean, usually Panini will have them up 4, 5, 6 days ahead of time. Tops the same, usually 5 to 7 days ahead of time, but not always. Sometimes they're a little late to the party getting them up there, but should be up there, I would think, pretty soon, one would hope. And the Leaf checklist, well, good grief, guys. You know what? Those are hit or miss. Like, you never know when Leaf is going to put a checklist up there, frankly. Staying Lover's here. Hello, Staying Lover. Hey, what is that? Look at that. We're missing a seal. But we got one on the other side, so I guess we're all right. But that's kind of weird, isn't it? A little freaky. They left a little seal off for us. Okay, so Stang Lover, you said you are trying to clarify with the universe that you need some Rosen Mojo, and specifically a Rosen graded autograph. Oh, and a base card for Rosen. Dang, man, that is really specific. We'll have to see what we can do for that. All right, so it was supposed to be CIA. Okay, it was CIA, Chef. I see I'm a little slow there. That's why it's better for me to just to take the short route and just go with the Chef part, right? Hi, Jordan. Jordan has the redemption spot tonight. He says he's hoping we pull some, so fingers crossed for everybody. This is a great product, and our first case was amazing. Hopefully this will be equally as good. Calvin Ridley for the Falcons is our Leaf base card. Our first hit out, that is Troy Aikman. Oh, I'm kind of digging that. So the Cowboys, that is actually out of a Leaf product, too. It's numbered to 15, and it's out of one of their own products, Leaf Q. How about that? They don't usually put their own cards in the buyback product, but if you're going to put one in, Troy Aikman's pretty good one to put in, I think. Sang Lover, you said you have seen for redemptions 2 full-size helmets and a box of first off the line Leaf. I didn't even know Leaf had first off the line, so that's news to me. James Washington and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our next hit out, Carson Wentz, baby. Woohoo! Out of draft picks, that's camo, so it should be pretty low numbered. And not as low as I thought it would be, but it's to 199. So the Eagles coming out with a nice Carson Wentz autograph there. to get things rolling for Philly. Stang Lover, you said Watson and Darnold. Were those the full-size helmets you mean? Is that what you are referring to there? I'm thinking, perhaps. There is Mr. Bradley Chubb as our Leaf original card for the Broncos. Jack Lambert for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Sweet, man. 1976 Topps Jack Lambert. Wow, love that. I'm digging that a little bit. You know, that Tom Brady rookie card that we pulled out of the first case, I did a little research on that. That thing, you know, I thought that would maybe be like a $100 card. I think I was wrong. I think that may be more like a $150 to $200 card. Something like that. Cortland Sutton. How about the Broncos again with a Leaf original? And who have we here? Why, it's Cam Newton on a rookie card with an awesome patch and an autograph. It is graded to 9 out of 2011 Topps Platinum. So that's a pretty sweet little hit as well. Hi, Nate. The range of price for the team slots on these, you know what? I didn't look at where it ended up tonight, Nate. I was running around a little bit late because we had the eBay payment and checkout glitch, and yeah, all my free time ended up dealing with that. Royce Freeman for the Broncos. So I couldn't really tell you where it ended up tonight, Nate. Steve, I don't know why you couldn't find me on YouTube. We've been right here busily working away, my friend. I don't know. A Jim Kelly, a 1984 Topps USFL Jim Kelly, graded out to 9. So that's like pretty cool. That's actually really cool. But we are going to have to kind of set that aside for a minute because we'll have to do a little research on that. That is, of course, USFL, a little bit different animal there. So we'll check that out in a minute. Anthony Miller for the Bears, our Leaf original. And we did find you a redemption. How about that? And the redemption is a Joe Montana full-sized replica helmet. And again, guys, the redemptions go to the redemption bidding spot. So it had its own bidding spot. And that's the reason why, because it could be pack of cards, box of cards, memorabilia. So that is going to the spot for redemptions. Philip Lindsay comes out also for the Broncos with our Leaf original card. Next up here, Barry Sanders has a nice one for the Lions. This is out of 2009 Donruss Classics. It is graded to 9. The autograph grade is 10 on your nice little Barry Sanders, numbered to 25, no less. Yeah, Nate, Leaf best of anything is good. Leaf best of baseball, best of football, best of basketball. They do all three of them, and they are always pretty awesome. Christian Kirk comes out. Leaf base card for the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness, Seahawks. You have a 2012 Contenders Russell Wilson graded to 9. Wow, that is nice, my friend. There's your autograph down there. If you've got the Seahawks, congratulations on that. Nice little rookie ticket. Russell Wilson is a fantastic hit coming out for Seattle. Yes, Bowman's Best. Once again, guys, Bowman's Best is right after we finish Best of Football. So a few minutes away, we will be going into Bowman's Best. Everything does always break in the order that it finishes on eBay, and we do always go over our schedule, of course, at the beginning of the night and then at the conclusion of each product and the start of the next one. Sam Darnold and the Jets is our Leaf base card. And another really nice hit, guys. This is a Marcus Mariota rookie hit for the Titans. That is out of 2015 Top Strata. It is also graded to 9. It is numbered to 50. Of course, you've got the relic and autograph on that one. The autograph grade was a 10. And our last box mojo here, we've got Nick Chubb. Of course, Nick Chubb is the Browns. We had Bradley Chubb earlier. And our last hit out, isn't that handsome for the Cowboys? Ezekiel Elliott, black gold metallic marks, numbered to 99. Another really nice hit, guys. And that, of course, is out of 2016 black gold. So that is his rookie year as well. So Cowboys with a really nice hit there. All right, let me check out this Jim Kelly. I mean, I would think that I know where that would go, but because it is a USFL, we are gonna check that out a little bit further. That is this card right here. So if you please hang in there with me for a moment. I'm not going to be able to see chat here for a second while I am researching this. I just want to make sure that I get that to the right place. So basically, you know, we should go to length of service for the NFL, since obviously the USFL is a bit different. So we're going to go to what would be our length of service rules. If you haven't ever looked at that, guys, it is at the bottom of every single listing that I have. There's a special circumstances area, and it talks about stuff like this, where a player might be in a collegiate uniform or an all-star uniform, or traditionally, you know, a non-NFL kind of situation. So it will go to the team that is linked to service. One would think that's going to be the Buffalo Bills, and of course, yeah. There is only the Buffalo Bills, but I do always like to make sure on stuff like that before I quote it and tell you something wrong. So let's recap it. Our Jim Kelly 1984 Topps USFL goes graded to 9, goes to the Bills as we expected. We have a Marcus Mariota rookie here, numbered to 50. That's out of 2015 Topps Strata. Fantastic rookie ticket out of 2012 Contenders for your man Russell Wilson, graded to 9 for the Seattle Seahawks. Barry Sanders and the Lions, that is also graded to 9. It's numbered to 25, and that was out of, 2009 Donruss Classics. The Cam Newton, that is so nice. That is your rookie hit out of 2011 Topps Platinum. Once again, grades to a 9, autograph grade a 10. There's that fantastic Jack Lambert hit for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Love that. Out of 1976 Topps, it grades to an 8, which frankly, for a card of that era, is a pretty solid grade, honestly. And Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys, that is numbered to 99. Yes, Mark, for sure. Jim Kelly, again, is the Bills. As I said, I always look that stuff up. I mean, you know, when I pull Aaron Judge redemptions, we know Aaron Judge is a Yankee, but I always go and look it up. That's just kind of part of the way I roll, to make sure that there's not anything that anybody is missing along the way. We always just verify those as we go along. Then we had a redemption for a full-size helmet. And again, the redemption had their own bidding spot because they were all either memorabilia, packs of cards, or boxes of cards. Carson Wentz for the Eagles. That is numbered to 199. This is on Leaf Q, and it is Troy Aikman to 15 for the Dallas Cowboys. And then, of course, our Leaf original cards here. We have the Browns, the Jets, Cardinals, Broncos, Bears, Bronco, Steeler, and Falcon. So that, guys, is this case of Leaf Best of Football. And once again, I would have to say, a pretty amazing case. I think both of that we've opened so far have been quite nice. You know, now you know why I love Leaf. For those of you who don't normally jump in on some of the Leaf breaks, Leaf Best of, Leaf Greatest Hits, all that stuff is always just loaded with hits. Fantastic products. I love them. So we always open a fair amount of most of that stuff because I always have a good time with it. We usually get good pulls. So, all right. For anybody who might not have seen this earlier, Chadwick, the Ezekiel Elliott was out of 2016 Black Gold, so his rookie year. Okay, guys. So both of our breaks tonight were paid shipping breaks. That means any consolation cards that you are due out of Leaf Best of Football, i.e. if your team did not hit, your consolation card or cards are going to ship with the rest of the break since it is a paid shipping break. Should be on the way to you no later than Friday, possibly sooner, but shouldn't be any later than that. Bowman's Best, same shipping schedule, but you don't have to worry about consolation cards because every team is going to pull cards here in Bowman's Best. So this is an 8-box case of 2018 Bowman's Best Baseball. It's full case break. This is break number 7. This also, of course, ended tonight on eBay, Tuesday night, the 8th of January. You've got your team names on the left-hand side. Your name is up in lights across from your team if you are the winning bidder over there on the right-hand side. And Bowman's Best is another product that has really been pretty good to us this year. We've had some very nice Bowman's Best cases along the way. And we still have a few more to open beyond this one even. There's another, gosh, I don't know, I should have counted them, but there's probably another 2 or 3 cases down there of Bowman's Best. There's more Bowman Draft, as you know. Some is already scheduled for later this week. And then even beyond that, we still probably have a couple more cases of Bowman Draft as well. And what else? We got a little more Optic Football. We have some other stuff to open up. We got some more odds and ends of things to open up. And then, of course, our new releases will be a couple, obviously. Well, one tomorrow with our Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. Then we'll have on Friday will be, what is it? Dominion Basketball and Contenders Football. And I want to say we may have a break again after that of about a week or so before, maybe a week or 10 days after that before anything else comes out again. And then after that, that's like the only little vacation they're going to give us, because after that they'll be kicking it back into high gear and be zipping out about 1 million products a week like we're used to. You're asking me if I do personal box breaks for people. You know, I don't normally, but depending on what it is that you want, I'm not opposed to it. If I have it here or I can get it for you, I'm not opposed to doing it. It's just not a thing that I typically have done, but we can chat about it, man. I'm all good for trying it. So you can see, if you haven't opened this product before, it's got a lot of packaging. A lot. That's the longest part of the break, is actually getting to the cards. So each one of our master boxes has in it 2 mini boxes. Each one of our mini boxes has 2 autographs. So 4 autographs per master box, 2 per mini box, a total of 32 autographs in this break. In addition to that, we will find all kinds of parallels and numbered inserts and things of that nature. The first time we come across them, I'll spend a little extra time explaining it or showing it to you, whatnot. And then after that, when you see them go through after that, of course, you know, we won't spend as long on that sort of stuff unless it's a hit or something really low numbered or that kind of deal. So, Chef, you are looking for Tristan Casas. All right, we'll try to get a little Red Sox mojo going for you. Alan J., you need the Brewers and the A's. And Steve Atkins, you're looking for Juan Soto. Oh, I'm sure we'll find Juan Soto cards in here, guys. You know, there's always Juan Soto in here that might be base, or they could be, you know, inserts and whatever. So for sure, there will be Juan Soto cards in here. Kevin's here. Hi, Kevin. Nate, you're looking for some Cubbies. All right, we'll see what we can find for you with the Cubbies then. You need Nick Madrigal and Jared Kalenic. All right, we'll see what we can do for you. We've had pretty good luck with both of those. Is it Chemo? We've had pretty good luck with pulling both of those guys. So hopefully that'll continue for you tonight with one or both of them perhaps headed your way. But Bowman's Best is just always such an awesome product. It's one that of course, I really just love Bowman in general because prospecting is kind of my favorite part of baseball cards. I like the prospecting the best. So I always load up on all the Bowman stuff. And I think that it is lots of fun. All right, I think, did I see? I did see. All right, so we already have a redemption, and here's what happens when I find redemptions. It's cruel and unusual punishment. I know that it is. I set them right there, and that's our housekeeping area, and they stay right there until the end of the break, and we flip them all over at one time. So this is best performers. We're going to find loads of this. This entire insert series will refract. That first one, of course, the Orioles, is Grayson Rodriguez. Early Indications, that is another insert series. The entire series refracts. They are not numbered unless I, let you know otherwise. And then we'll find plenty of just refractors. It's probably 60% refractors. Anytime you see, how the light hits it, and you can see basically a rainbow of colors when the light hits it, that means we are looking at a refractor. So anytime you see that, you'll know what it means. If I called them all out, that'd be all I'd say all night, I think. For the Yankees, we have ourselves an atomic refractor, and that is Aroldis Chapman. So that's kind of what we're looking for. There's a Shohei Best Performers insert and a Kalinick. Our first autograph is Austin Meadows. And guys, Austin Meadows is in here both pre and post trade. So the autographs, as you see, are coming out for the Pirates. Then he will be in here in some inserts as well. And for the inserts, there's just what your base Juan Soto looks like. For the person who asked what your base Juan Soto looks like, that's it right there. So there's a Power Producers. That's another insert series that we'll find lots of. And they also, that whole insert series will refract. So your Austin Meadows, when he comes out as an autograph, is going to be for the Pirates. When he comes out on an insert, it's going to be the Rays, the post-trade. So just FYI. So the one autograph for the Pirates that was live, one redemption that we will flip over it at the end of the break. Brandon, you said you got in a bidding war and you need an Acuna autograph printing plate. Dang, my friend. That is a big ask, too. You guys are making me work the mojo hard tonight, aren't you? That's some big ask coming through there. Let's see here. There was a question about Steve. You can call my name on here is Leader of the Pack Break. So some people refer to me as Leader. I have my eBay username, of course, is Fleaburger. So some people refer to me as Flea. So whichever you prefer is fine by me. Obviously, I'm going to answer to either one. This is numbered to 10, and that's about the finest looking thing I've seen in a while, because that is a Mike Trout to 10 for the Angels. So if you were in a bidding war for the Angels, congratulations to you, because that is red Mike Trout to 10. Yeah, how about that? Oh, yeah. See, I told you, didn't I? I did. Told you Bowman's Best has been good to us. You guys were thinking, oh, yeah, she's just saying that. She's just saying that. No, I'm not just saying that. Bowman's Best is awesome. For the Mets, we have a little Ahmed Rosario with an atomic refractor. This is Neophyte Sensations, and we don't find a ton of these. We'll probably find 6 or 8 of them in the whole case. They are all going to be your current year rookies, anybody that's on that Neophyte Sensations. That particular one, of course, was Walker Buehler that you saw. And what else have we got in here waiting for us? It looks like we have got ourselves Another hit for the Pirates. Kevin Kramer. So the Pirates are already kind of closing the gap here, aren't they? Pirates are off to an excellent start. And a Noah Syndergaard refractor finishes up that mini box. Yeah, you guys are all like jealous now of that Mike Trout, right? Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Christine is here. Hi, Christine. Kevin, do you have the Angels? Is that headed to you? And Nathan's here. Nathan, did I see you a minute ago? I don't think I did. I might have missed you in chat, man. If I did, I'm sorry about that. Hello to you too. You know, sometimes chat moves in like a big chunk if several people type in right in a row, and I'll glance over there, and sometimes I'll overlook something inadvertently or someone jumping in. So if that ever happens, please don't take it personally. I would never intentionally overlook you. Just, uh-oh, I see another. Look at that. We're going to have ourselves another redemption. We've got 2 in housekeeping now. Indeed. Kevin, you said you got outbid for 5 teams and you had to settle for the Pirates. Well, listen, I think you're doing all right so far for the Pirates. You know, we've only seen 3 cards live, 2 redemptions and 3 live, and you got 2 of the 3 live cards, so I think that's all right, man. Christine, you said you've never hit on the Angels until tonight, so you do have the Angels tonight. You do. You have them. Okay, cool, man. Haha, that's awesome. Because I know that you had a lot of teams in here, I think, again tonight, didn't you? And is it really Christine that's in here, or is it John? I always say Christine because that's what the screen says, but I always kind of assume it's John. So I don't know if you really wanted me to call you Christine or if it's really John, but whichever you prefer, you let me know. Casey Mize on a Best Performers insert. Our first color, well, not our first color, Mike Trout was color. Our second color of the night, our first non-autographed, is the blue parallel for Justin Verlander to 150. That, of course, is for the Astros. There was a little Victor Robles. We have an autograph hit coming out for the A's, and it's a good one. That is Jesus Luzardo for the Oakland A's. Always love seeing the hot young guys come out of there, you know. Anybody that's kind of in the top 5 of your organization's farm system, I think you've probably got a pretty good chance of having a solid player when they get called up. We would hope, anyway. Somebody asked for a Cubby. Well, there's Nico coming to answer the call for the Cubbies tonight with a nice little Nico autograph. Power Producers, Mike Trout. More color, and it's also for the Astros. That's to 99 green, Jose Altuve. And let's see, Alan J., you said you hope it's not the same too as the last time, the redemptions. I know, right? Hi, Scott. How are you tonight? Oh, Chris. Okay, so it's both of you. All right, good. So then I can call you Christine or John, or maybe I can come up with some kind of like combo name. Yeah, we all know you don't want me to do that. We all know I'd be terrible with coming up with some sort of combo name. It would be terrible. So maybe I'll just stick with Christine then. How about that? We'll just stick with it, I think. Then we have for the Nationals a Trey Turner atomic refractor making an appearance, along with another neophyte sensation. This one is Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. Yeah, you guys know, good grief, I butcher so many things. Trying to put something together would be, I'm sure, quite comical. Wow, the Astros just keep loading up. All the color going to the Astros. Carlos Correa, purple to 250. So Houston is just kind of holding up the place, stealing all the color tonight, aren't they? A nice hit if you have the Kansas City Royals with Brady Singer. actually been coming out of here with some regularity, so I'm glad to see that. I think he's going to be one you'll be glad that you have in a few years, would be my guess anyway. Stang Lover, you were second on the Angels tonight. Oh, man. That's always the worst, isn't it? Of course, you know, sometimes it's good. Like, if they don't hit, then you're like, oh, thank goodness I didn't hit, you know, get that. But then when they do hit, it's, oh, man, why didn't I bid that extra, you know, $2 or 50 cents or whatever it is? For me, it seems like I always get beat by, like, 6 cents or something, you know? I always put in weird ending amounts when I bid, because I think you win more that way. So instead of putting in $25, I might put in like $26.31, and then inevitably someone else's max will be $26.52 or something, and I'll lose by like 20 cents. It'll just be something crazy. So that can go either way. But we need to find you a Royce Lewis. Okay, all right. We'll see what we can do for the Twins. I've not pulled a ton of Twin stuff out of here. We pulled a lot of Tampa Bay Rays out of Bowman's Best this year. And we definitely have pulled some Twins, but not as many Twins as Tampa Bay Rays in general. Yeah, Ezekiel, you did like the 2 Yankees redemptions because they both, like, came to you, man. So, yeah, that always makes it a lot better, doesn't it? When they're both headed your way, that makes things a little more palatable. The Dodgers have Alex Verdugo. It seems like every year, I don't know, I seem to think Alex should have been called up about 10 years ago. Not really 10 years ago, but you know what I mean. Surely to goodness he's coming up for good soon. For the Phillies, we have an Atomic Refractor for Alec. Nice to see Alec coming out for the Phillies. Pittsburgh Pirates, some non-Astros color, maybe the first. Blue to 150, Mitch Keller. And an autograph hit that is another nice one. Your #1 overall draft pick, Mr. Casey Mize, for the Detroit Tigers. Oh, this is a good case. How about Andujar to 50 for the Yankees with a gold parallel coming out with your hot rookie there, Mr. Andujar. I'm a little bit loving this case. I a little bit love a lot of them, I know, but you guys have to admit, this is a pretty good one. I mean, we're not even halfway through, and we're already hitting some fire in here. Scott, you said you're okay, but you're tired, old, miserable, unhappy, cranky, and hateful. Dang, brother. But other than that, you're good? Okay, well, well, okay. Did you, I mean, the game, well, I don't know. I was going to say the game might have helped you tonight, but honestly, they played pretty poorly for such a stretch there. I had to turn it off for a period of time because I was getting so frustrated. I had to turn away and then go back. Oh, I couldn't take it. We have Riley Adams for the Toronto Blue Jays. For those of you who don't know what game I'm talking about there, Scott is also a University of Kentucky fan. That is where I graduated from, University of Kentucky. So our Kentucky Wildcats played basketball tonight, and at times very poorly, I might add. Neophyte sensations Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. And so I know whenever Scott comes in, I can guarantee you that he's been watching the same UK stuff that I've been watching. So that's the game I was referencing. There's Dustin Fowler, purple parallel to 250 for the Oakland A's. And we have ourselves an autograph hit for none other than the Pittsburgh Pirates. Third hit for you, I believe, and that is Escobar. Pirates are doing pretty well tonight. Well, Yankees, how about another gold to 50 for you? This one has power producers Aaron Judge. So you had the nice Andujar to 50 a moment ago. Got an Aaron Judge insert to 50 there. Yankees, not too shabby. I already cut all those, didn't I? Forgot about that. And Christine says, I usually go for the Twins, but went crazy tonight. So you guys like swapped them out, right? So you got Stang Lover's Angels, and he got your Twins. So you guys kind of like flip-flopped a little bit. Chef, I haven't forgotten about your Tristan Casas. We are going to have to work the mojo for your Red Sox a little bit, aren't we? See if we can get Casas to show up. Well, Christine, you guys are definitely correct in that the Twins have some nice prospects in the pipeline. So it's for sure, it is a team that you would want to be buying. I'm just, in general, I have noticed the pattern has been a lot more for the Tampa Bay Rays than the Twins, which is oftentimes the opposite. But in this particular product, I just have noticed fewer Twins and more Rays, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. That's just my perception of it. And then again, I look at so many cards of so many types. I could be completely wrong, but that's how I feel about it anyway. Stang Lover, you said you're still shocked that Kentucky beat Penn State in the Citrus Bowl? Well, now, I've been telling you guys, Kentucky football was for real this year. I mean, we were good this year. If we had had a better quarterback, we would have been phenomenal. As it was, we were still good, but we had some quarterback issues. But I'm not surprised we won that game. I'm happy that we did, but I'm not that surprised. Chris Davis to 50 for the Oakland A's. Got lots of gold headed our way tonight so far, anyway. For the Phillies, we have a little atomic coming out for Nick Williams. And a Pedro Martinez best performers that went by there. An autograph hit for Ryan Weathers and the Padres. Ryan comes out fairly often, I would say. A reasonable amount of the time anyway. There's a Shohei Power Producers. Of course, if you've got the Angels, once you hit that Mike Trout to 10 out of like the first couple of packs there, yeah, you're kicked back the rest of the break, right? you cracked open the beer and said, yeah, okay, man. Rest of the break is good for me. Wow, Tigers. You've got another Casey Mize. This one on the best performers insert. And Detroit is doing very well with Mr. Casey Mize tonight as well. So there was a Nick Madrigal best performers, by the way. I had that stacked in the refractors, but it wasn't. I'm sure you saw it go by, but in case you didn't, you did have a little Madrigal go by there. I know, Brandon, it is a little bit like a Pirates hot box, isn't it? That is Mark McGwire for the Cardinals with an atomic refractor. And we have an autograph hit for the Kansas City Royals. And that is Daniel Lynch, headed your way if you've got Kansas City tonight. There's a Tristan Casas Power Producers insert. I mean, I know we're looking for the autograph, but at least your guy is showing up in the rotation, so we're moving in the right direction towards getting a hit for Casas, we hope. You know what, Stang Lover? We might be a football school before it's all said and done. You never know. I mean, we used to be. That's the thing. If you don't know the history of Kentucky football, you might find this interesting. I mean, you might not, but but I'm going to tell you anyway. But way back in the day when Adolph Rupp was our basketball coach, our football coach was none other than Paul Bear Bryant. Yep, you got it. Paul Bryant, Bear Bryant, coached football at University of Kentucky when Adolph Rupp was coaching basketball. Both fairly new to their positions. And they both won their division or the championship or whatever we won. I don't know if it was conference or what it was at that particular point. But the point is they both won. Rupp won, Bear Bryant won. We've got another redemption. Let's fish that out of here too. And at that time, the university presented them both with gifts. So Adolph Rupp got like a new car or something. Like it was like a big thing. I think it actually was a car, but it was something really big for winning his conference title or whatever the specific thing was. So Bear Bryant, who also had won his conference title in football, got a watch. Yeah, man, a watch. So the guy was like, I don't think so. I'm not appreciated here. And he left. There's a Royce Lewis best performer for the Twins. And then ever since then, I think we just had the curse of Bear Bryant. Ever since that point in time, our football program just went to you-know-where in a handbasket. All because somebody gave Adolph Rupp a car and gave Bear Bryant a watch. Ryan Weathers and the San Diego Padres. So we could have been a football powerhouse all along, if only they'd given them both a car or given them both a watch. Either way, just the same thing. That is Javi Baez, an atomic refractor for the Cubbies. Here you have Ozzie Albies, Neophyte Sensations for the Braves. And Mark McGuire, Best Performers, came out there for the Cardinals. We have an Early Indications Mackenzie Gore. Nice hit for the Padres on the insert. And that is actually, I don't feel any sticker there, so that is actually hard signed, which, you know, a lot of times on the inserts with Topps or Bowman, a lot of times they're stickers on the inserts, but that was hard signed. And your Shohei that just went by was a refractor. So you do have a little Shohei rookie refractor for the Angels, if you care about that sort of thing. So Brandon, you said you're warming up now. Things are looking up for you. There's the Austin Meadows as a Tampa Bay Ray that I was referencing earlier. Of course, again, his autographs in here for the Pirates, but his inserts in for the current team of the Tampa Bay Rays. We have ourselves a little Trevor Larnach for, could that be the Minnesota Twins for Stang Lover? I think it might be, even though he's over there smack talking my UK football team in chat, but we still delivered the mojo for him, even though he's smack talking us. That's an Early Indications Tatis insert for the Padres. And that was Connor Scott, Best Performers. The Angels have a green Justin Upton /99. And what else can we find in here tonight? How about Clint Frazier for the Yankees? Yeah, I think that's a good hit too. I think we're getting there. We're rolling along. Next up, Padres. Would you like another Mackenzie Gore? What's that? You would? Okay, well, there it is. Bookend. Padres all of a sudden went from bust to boom here in the last couple of boxes. Padres are on fire. The Rockies /99. That's Brendan Rodgers in the green parallel. So we have, what is this? 6 mini boxes, which is 3 master boxes left to go, and then our 3 redemptions. So we've still got a lot of cards yet to find. We haven't pulled who you want yet. Start working the mojo, man. We got to get it. We got to bring home the rest of this case because it's been pretty good so far. Ezekiel, where is Tampa Bay? That's a good question. We need to see some Tampa Bay Rays because they do typically come out of here, a handful, I think. Well, I shouldn't say handful, but there are typically Tampa Bay Rays autographs in Bowman's Best. So maybe we'll run across some in here. Oh, your cousin is a Kentucky fan? So you like trash talking? Hey, I can be about that. You guys know I'm, of course, a Steelers fan, and I have good friends who are Ravens fans, so I know all about the give and take of trash talk. Of course, mostly this year I was on the receiving end. Things didn't quite turn out the way they should have down the stretch for my Pittsburgh Steelers, so I wasn't able to dish out any trash talk towards the end of the season, but I certainly did receive some. But hey, it's all fair, right? All's fair in trash talking. Love, war, and trash talking. It's all fair game. And I see an atomic upon us. That is for the Phillies. It's Sisto Sanchez. Couple of good hits there. Or actually, that is, no, I guess, yeah, we had an Alec. That's right. We have a couple of, I had to stop and think about that a minute. Yes, do we have a couple of good atomics? We do, for the Phillies. There's a first performer, or best performers, Kalenic for the Mets. That was a redemption. You saw that one, though, but it's still going to go up there in the pile, but you already saw who it was. But it's going in the pile anyway. And Jose Albertos, Cubbies, with another hit there coming your way. And Colton Welker, early indications of power producers, Jose Altuve. We now have 4 redemptions up there in housekeeping. 4, 4, 4. Still working on Casas. I know, I haven't forgotten you. I haven't. Best performers, Torres. The Orioles to 250. That is the purple parallel for Grayson Rodriguez. And the Minnesota Twins hit a second Trevor Larnach. That's kind of crazy. That you got 2. Jesse, we have not had any Reds autographs tonight. I had to think about that a minute. I don't believe we have. There's Robert, early indications for the White Sox. Here is a nice little Juan Soto neophyte sensation. So there is an insert for your Juan Soto. I know you asked to keep an eye out for his inserts, and that is a nice one for you. Hunter Green, best performers. We have an early indications atomic for Pavin Smith and the D-backs. And we're going to follow up the Angels, who had the big booming Mike Trout to 10. You got a nice little Brandon Marsh as well. So Angels are kind of quietly going about their business, making themselves a nice break tonight. Here's another Juan Soto insert. This one is Power Producers, and it's an atomic refractor, no less. So a couple of Juan Soto inserts out of that last little group there to keep the Nationals rolling along. You said four redemptions is weak. Thanks, Tops. Yeah, well, I mean, we prefer not to get the redemptions, of course. But at least guys with Tops, you usually get them back pretty quickly. Unlike, as we know, Panini, sometimes we're waiting for literally years. You know, by now it's been, what, maybe 3-4 months ago, I finally got the Ezekiel Elliott rookie redemption that I have been waiting on since the fall of 2016 finally showed up. So, yeah. So, Nate, you said our redemptions considered bad. They're not really considered bad, Nate, but it's just kind of like what I was saying there. You can sometimes have to wait for a really long time. Now, you don't typically have that problem very much with Tops. They generally get theirs out fairly quickly. But with Panini, I mean, sometimes you are waiting years, literally years. And it's not because Panini has it and they just don't send it. It's because the athletes haven't returned them to Panini most of the time. Whereas Tops, I think, will go track them down and sit in front of them and get their stuff signed. Panini kind of just sends them out and waits to get them back, and sometimes it takes a while. There's another Juan Soto insert, best performers for the Nationals. So that's why, sometimes people don't prefer the redemptions, because there can definitely be waiting involved at times. And we have another hit for the Pirates. That is crazy. That is Escobar for the Pirates. Like, why couldn't we have gotten 4 more Mike Trouts, right? We're going to have all this duplication of teams. Florial and the Yankees on an early indications insert. Best performers, Willie Adames. Here's an early indications atomic, Fernando Tatis Jr. for the Padres. But yeah, that's so, everybody's got their own feelings about redemptions, but I think for me anyway, I don't mind getting them too much from Topps or Bowman, which is the same company. I do kind of not like them as much from Panini. Well, look who it is. Your mojo came through. There is your Casas. How about that? For your Boston Red Sox. You're getting nervous too, weren't you? Because we're down here kind of towards the end. You were feeling like, uh-oh, you might not get him. But there he was. He was just hanging out, making you wait. He's tricky that way. For sure. You said you've got some Topps redemptions that haven't been filled quickly. You've got 7 that you've been waiting 9 to 12 months on. Oh, that's super unusual. Estevan Florial, best performers. You know what? You might want to call them, Chemo. Call them, because, yeah, that is an unusual length of time for Topps. It's typically much quicker than that. Are they all the same player? That is for the Reds to 250 purple parallel. And, you can substitute them out as well. And not that you necessarily want to, but if you do, if you've been waiting a while, there is a box online on the Topps website that you can check that says you want to swap it out, and they will swap it out. Oh, you have 2 Bryce Terang, a Jaron Kendall, and an Anthony Siegler. So you've been waiting all that time? I don't know. Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith. That is unusual. You don't typically wait that long with Topps. So you might just call them, man. That's what I would do. That's an early indications for the Padres. Not that they can produce them out of thin air, but they might be able to tell you when they're expecting them. Best performers, Jonathan India. Or if you don't want them, trade you out. Either way. Here comes a Tampa Bay Ray with Matthew Liberatore. I like that. I like that kid. I think he's going to be pretty solid. Power producers, Joe Adell. And then we had a refractor there for Kutch as a Yankee for the brief time that he was a Yankee. All right, so we are now in Last Box Mojo time, okay? Last Box Mojo. Well, Stang Lover, the Topps expired stuff, yeah, they have really not been... Well, first of all, you can't enter them online if it's expired for Topps. You have to call someone. And in a break earlier this month, someone indicated that their expired things were filled with some little, mystery box of stuff that could be memorabilia or cards or packs or whatever. But then someone else got an expired redemption from Topps that was in football and had a really difficult time getting them to give him anything. So I don't quite know what Topps is doing these days in regard to their expired redemptions, but they're significantly more difficult. Panini's expired stuff, of course, as you know, you just enter it like you would an unexpired one, and oftentimes they have it, or they get it, and they send it right on your way. And if they don't, then it just sits there until you track down a live person at Panini and ask them to sub it. Christine, you said you've been waiting on big dollar value cards from Panini forever. You got 35 of them. Wow, man. Yeah, I would hit them up by, Twitter or Facebook or something and see what they can tell you about some of those with Panini. So that's what I would say. So All right, so you got something subbed, a Stadium Club rookie Andahar for a triple threads Benintendi to 75. Well, that's, yeah, maybe not a great trade. It's supposed to be an equal value sort of thing. There's Tampa Bay Rays Brendan McKay, best performers, insert in early indications, Joe Adell. So if they gave you something that's way out of whack, like it sounds a little bit like that might have been value-wise way out of line, you can always appeal it. So sometimes they might come back around for you. The Twins hit again. Fernando Romero and the Minnesota Twins. So Stanglover's coming out all right tonight for his Twins. It worked out for the Angels and the Twins tonight. The Blue Jays, you have an atomic refractor, Josh Donaldson. And a Joe Adell best performers. Next up, it is an Oriole, a little Baltimore Oriole with Grayson Rodriguez. Early indications, Hunter Green for the Reds, power producers, Eloy, and a Devers refractor, base refractor. All right, so we're looking here at these last ones. Steve, you're looking for some mojo for a Juan Soto autograph. We have pulled him out of Bowman's Best, but we probably are due to hit him again before too long. Excuse me. We haven't hit him super recently. The Mariners and Alex Rodriguez. Like, I think at least a few cases back since we last hit him, so it could be, man. We could be due, Steve. Let's try and make it happen. Excuse me. A little lingering cough there. Yes, my friend Hacking Cough has joined the break. Alec Thomas and the D-backs is the card we were looking at before. I decided to see if I could cough up a chunk of my lung. There's early indications for the Padres. But I'm not contagious or anything, guys. You all know I've been on medication now since like a couple days after Christmas. I've only got like a day left to go. We're getting there. To 150, that is the blue parallel for Craig Kimbrell. Red Sox. Francisco Lindor, best performers, and a best performers atomic for Connor Scott and the Marlins. Little Reese Hoskins for the Phillies with a refractor. Another redemption you saw come out here. That's the most redemptions we've pulled out of any case of Bowman's Best. That's an extremely unusual number of redemptions. 5 of them. And by the way, whoever said, oh, I got stuck with the Pirates because I got outbid on everything else, well, guess what? You did fine. Here's another one for you, Kevin Kramer. So I wouldn't say you got stuck with the Pirates. I'd say you did real well with them. There's a Juan Soto base refractor for the Nats. An Acuna to 250 purple parallel for the Braves. And Kyle Lewis power producers for the Mariners and a Stanton refractor for the Yankees. Now we've got all of these to flip over, and you know what's going to happen. We're going to flip them over, and then we'll go to the Topps website, and we will verify them. Even if we know all the teams, we're still going to go to the Topps website and check them out, because that's just kind of how I do it. So you're still waiting on Louis Robert from Bowman in the spring? Wow. See, now that is unusual. I don't know why that one would be so delayed. Maybe they're going to get some of these in the off season, one would hope, because that's really an unusual length of time for Topps, guys. I mean, it's really not too too typical of them. They're usually a little bit better than that. So, Mason Denneberg, a best of 28 autograph. That is the Nationals, I do believe, is Mr. Mason Denneberg. Oh, look at that. Would that be Mason Denneberg again? The exact same redemption? Oh, yes, it would. And now we have, oh, surprise, surprise, Anthony Siegler for the Yankees. Best of 28 green parallel. And, oh, look, Mason Denneberg again. That is just crap right there. No offense if you have the Nationals. I'm glad you got hits if you have the Nationals, but there's absolutely no reason to have 3 redemptions of the same player in one case. That's what I'm complaining about. Not that you got extra hits, Nationals. I'm glad you got the hits, but you know what I'm saying. Jaron Kendall is our other one. So, like, what in the world? 3 Mason Dennebergs, and they're not even parallels. They're the exact same card. The exact same redemption. 3 times. Oh, that makes me so crazy when Topps does stuff like that. Or Panini or anybody else. Like, I hate that. At least it should be a parallel or something slightly different. I mean, my goodness, that is just silly. But anyway, you know what? I guess if you have the Nationals, you're feeling kind of happy after that. But everybody else is a little bit like, what in the world just happened? I know. So Mason Denneberg, right there he is. Washington Nationals, of course, he has 3 of our redemptions, crazily enough. Then we have Anthony Siegler. Where'd you go up here, Anthony, for the Yankees right there. And then Jaron Kendall. And why isn't Jaron Kendall in this list? Oh, there he is. Jaron Kendall, Dodgers. Okay. So everybody is all happily verified with our redemptions here. Well, I mean, happily, I guess, if you're the Nationals or the Dodgers, or the Yankees. But, man, for everybody else, like, what in the world? 3. 3, 3, 3. I don't like that. But that's how it rolls these days sometimes. I don't know what has changed, but you might have noticed it in the last couple of years. Both Topps and Panini. A lot more duplication than we ever used to see back in the day. We have seen in the last, I would say it started really in about 2016, I think. You started seeing a lot more duplication than you used to see. But anyway, so... All right, let's recap. Redemption, Mason Denneberg, Nationals. Yeah, ditto. And ditto. A redemption for Jaron Kendall and the Dodgers. A redemption for Anthony Siegler and the Yankees. Now let's look at our atomic refractors. We have Marlins, Blue Jays, Padres, Nationals with Juan Soto, Diamondback, Philly, Cubby, Cardinal, Philly, Nats, Mets, Yanks. Then our color that does not have an autograph attached. It is the Braves, Red Sox, Reds, Orioles, Rockies, Angels, a nice gold to 50 for the Yankees. The A's, another gold to 50 for the Yankees. Pirates, Astros. Now on to the autograph. Kevin Kramer for the Pirates, Alec Thomas, Diamondbacks, Grayson Rodriguez, Orioles, Fernando Romero, Twins, Tampa Bay Rays, Matthew Liberatore, Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith, Tristan Casas for the Red Sox, the Pirates with Escobar, Brandon Marsh and the Angels, Trevor Larnach and the Twins. Then you have Jose Albertos for the Cubbies, the Padres with Mackenzie Gore, the Yankees, Clint Frazier, a second Larnach for the Twins, a second Mackenzie Gore for the Padres, but that one is on an insert. And then Ryan Weathers for the Padres. Our second little stack here. Kansas City Royals, Daniel Lynch. Casey Mize on the best performers insert for the Detroit Tigers. Ryan Weathers, Padres. Chris Davis to 50, gold parallel for the A's. Escobar and the Pirates, the Blue Jays with Riley Adams, another Casey Mize for the Tigers. Then you have Alex Verdugo for the Dodgers, Brady Singer for the Royals, Nico and the Cubbies. And then you have Luzardo for the A's. Kevin Kramer for the Pirates. He's the star of the show. We'll look at him better in a minute. Pittsburgh Pirates again with Austin Meadows. And then our big, booming, gigantic, best mojo hit of the night. Oh, that's handsome. The red parallel for the Angels of Mike Trout. And you know what else? It's the last in the series. You know how that gives me a thrill. I either like to see if it's to 10, I either want number 1 of 10 or number 10 of 10, right? I don't know why, I just do. And this one is 10 of 10. And it is a handsome fellow indeed. So if you have the Angels tonight, we know Christine does, you had some good luck with that Mike Trout. All right, guys, for anybody who might have missed it earlier or you want another look at it, I'm going to roll our spreadsheet information through one more time. We'll take a look at what we're breaking in the next few days. We'll also take a look at your anticipated shipping dates. So let's hit through that real quickly in case you missed it. So everything we open tonight should be on the way to you no later than Friday, hopefully a little sooner than that, but shouldn't be any later than that. Bowman, or everybody pulled cards in Bowman's Best in Leaf Best of Football. If your team wasn't pulled, your consolation cards will go out with the rest of the break because it is a paid shipping break, of course. Tomorrow night, Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball releases tomorrow. We're going to open it tomorrow night. Checklist looks pretty solid. Well, I haven't seen the actual checklist. What I have seen is what we can tell from the marketing materials, which looks, again, pretty hot. I mean, Otani's in there. Acuna's in there, I think. Did I see Juan Soto in there? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But you'll see the picture on the listing, and hopefully they'll have the checklist up soon. So tomorrow night is a half case of Leaf autograph or TriStar autographed mini helmets. It'll be the first half of a new case. A full case of Optic Football that is first off the line. You've got more boxes per case, more hits per box, way, way, way less base cards. There's only 6 cards per box, 2 autographs, 2 numbered, a rated rookie, and a base, I think is how it's structured. And then, of course, our Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, which releases tomorrow, will break in a full case. On Thursday, Onyx Premier Gear Baseball, that is more game-used memorabilia. That is a player break. Spots are listed by the player name, not by the team name on that one. A second case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, and then we're going to do 4 boxes of Bowman Draft Jumbo. It's a half case. It's the back half of a case we started the other day. On Friday night, we'll open some autographed jerseys, 1 for baseball, 1 basketball, and 1 football. A 6-box case of Dominion Basketball, which is a new release for Friday, and a 12-box case of Contenders Football, which is also a new release for Friday. On Saturday, we'll open 4th and Goal Football. It's a memorabilia deal with 4 autographed memorabilia items in it, and a 12-box case of regular Optic. On Sunday, we'll open the back half of the case of mini helmets. We'll start it tomorrow night. We'll finish it Sunday night. We'll open a 3rd case of Leaf Ultimate Draft and a 2nd case of Contenders Football. We'll probably get into Bowman's Best again. Probably Monday night, the 14th, is what I'm leaning towards. I think that's when we'll next see Bowman Best is Monday. So if that's your drug of choice, so to speak, look for that to show up again probably Monday. So guys, I think, and gals, I believe that has got us covered for tonight. So once again, thanks everyone for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope I will see you again soon. In the meantime, enjoy your evening and your week ahead, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.